In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to God, the cherisher and the sustainer of the world, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we worship, and thy aid we seek. Guide us on the right path, the path of those who have not incurred thy displeasure, those whose portion is not wrath, and those who do not go astray. Amen. 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 The topic is the most important thing is who God say you are. Who God say you are. Who God say you are. And God says He created man in His own image. He created you, man, in His own image. That means there are certain faculties. So people are giving classification of colors. And those plug in are the misconduct today. Those plugs in are the misconduct today. But God didn't say He created you out of His own image. Say to me, color can be a fashion. When you go to the clinical surgery and they say they need the blood, you say plus A plus, B minus. They don't say it's a black man. They don't say it's a white man. So color can be a fashion. It's about who God says you are. And then obedience to your commandment. Obedience to your commandment. But then when you go against the commandment, that is where somebody can come to you. Now, you say, God can make a way where there seems to be no way. You say, God can make a way where there seems to be no way. God can make a way where there seems to be no way. Because when you obey God, all the forces of God work in favor of you. In favor. For you to walk through the day and come home. So it can be an area where they say, this place, they don't want to see this type of, but then they will be there, and then God will walk you through. Will walk you through. The most important thing is what? Your daily works. Today we have the work in our palm. It doesn't mean you have to do it every day. It doesn't mean you have to do everything. It's about the communication you give and those who have the resources. And at the end of the month, amazing things can happen. Because you have given a communication to somebody that the person has made $1 billion out of it. That the person has made $1 million out of it. So we have the work available in our palm. So if somebody does not call you to say, come and help me do this and do that, what are you doing with your day? That is the most important thing. And when you continue to build your stock, every day you do something, you help others develop their angle. Amazing. One day you'll be surprised the kind of things that will knock at your doorstep. So it's about who God says you are and not the colors and codifications. It's about who God says you are. When they go to the table and say, this is a black man, so we don't want him here, this is a black man. Go to your work. And when the work approves and God penetrates, that is where they will say, you people say you don't want to see this black man at this position. Okay, now the company is even his. Or the structure. They need the money. They were lazy and he has purchased it. And it is his company. So do something with your day. Do something with your life. Don't waste your day. Because it's about who God says you are. And say God can make a way where there seems to be no way. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. They say you cannot do it. Just build your stock. Day upon day. Day after day. Let them push you aside. Continue to do your work peacefully, day after day. And the day that God will rise to action, then they will see who has the power. Put your trust in God and always try to be on the right track. Because as you try to be on the right track, people will push you out of the track because they think they have inherited position. And then they don't want anybody. They have to create their own security around just to push the person out. But keep on working. Keep on doing the right thing for God to rise into action. God to rise in decision making. God is the financier, not the games and the rules of the people. God is the financier. God is the financier. Put yourself to task. Go to your daily work. Do something in the day. And never give up. Every leader, every important person who will come on the stage to advise the youth will tell them, never give up. Never give up. Till what you see to be unfair around you can be fair. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. And continue to participate your day. And continue to develop your angle of office. And continue to give your thoughts and your opinion. And work on the knots that you think must be healed for the people to have the right path. And see how amazing how God is going to work in your favor. And see how God is going to be. God is the financier. God is the financier. God is the financier. So always try to be on track and do something. God can pick you from the forest where nobody is recognizing you and bring you to a position and finally direct you to a higher position. It's about what? Knowledge. It's about what? Your daily work. It's about what? Your obedience to work. It's about what? The keys of life. And when you get it, so in every angle, you have something to give to the people. Do not be afraid. When they line up, they say, oh, you have made rules. Black man, black man, black man, the white man, the white man. No, don't look at those things. It's about your daily work and your positive impact and your contribution. And when you do them well, they will be the people to call you, say, hey. Because when God brings your reward, before they can go and then they'll say, hey, the person is that, the person is that, and then they will take it. But at the right time, God will say, no, what is going on is unfair. This is the person, this is his blessing, and this is what God has ordained. Every morning when we pray, God gives a direction for the person to move. 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 So God is the financier. And when it comes to the table, everything will be silenced. May God bless us and direct everyone on the right path. May God bless us and direct everyone on the right path. Your angle of work. The last time I was having a communication with a business marketer, and I say, oh, I have a platform in Nasdaq. And he said, oh, you don't have any platform because you are not working in Nasdaq. I said, I don't have to be in Nasdaq. It's just by communicating my discovery to them and they pinning it. and me signing in into the system. So it recognizes my emails, my contributions. So somebody will come who have made the platform, and I can be a part of that platform because the communication came from me. And then you can, at the end of the day, you can also develop your platform. So it's not about what the people put on the table, because God can turn everything on the table. Hey. So move to work every day, every day, every day. There's something God has ordained for you to do. The worst that may seem evil may be a healing to somebody. So God doesn't want. Sometimes the people might think they are working against the person, but in the end, God will what? Turn it into a fruitful. So it's not about what the people and their judges. Sometimes you can say something that will make you even your day bad. How can such a thing come out of your mouth? But then sometimes it has to come so that God will pick the key out of it and save a situation. So may God bless us and direct us on the right path. So move to work, do something with your day, and see amazing how God will provide. And see amazing how God will change things around, and see how God will work. So it's not about what the people think about you, it's about what God says about you. That He made you in His own image, and you are a special kind. If you see yourself that way, then it's not how people have drafted on their table and their mind and in their circumstances. But it's about who you think you are and what God has said about you and your missions on earth. Now, if you will allow what people say about you and don't move ahead, and you allow people to whisper, do that, and you know that thing will end you evil, that thing will end you disgrace, you have every right to think and know that those things will pull you back in life. And then you sit up, and then you drive your own life. What you want to be. A great person, a good leader, a contributor. Because God is great. God is great. Allahu Akbar. God is great. Allahu Akbar. God is great. So it's about what God says about you and not what the people think about you. And when you pray and you move out on a good mind, on a good note of work, know that you come home without anything happening. Even though the environment may be so harsh, that is how God works. So may God bless us and direct everyone on the right path. Do something every day. Now you have the smartphone in somebody in America doesn't know that the common stone in Ghana are diamonds. They don't know that the common stone in Ghana are diamonds. It is just by cutting it and shaping it and picking out the little diamond out of it, even if it is yellow, even if it is green, even if it is it's just by cutting the askets and shaping it as diamond. So people do not know. So and somebody in America doesn't know that there are those things lying on the floor in Ghana. They are rejected diamonds, but in a second grade they can be cut, shaped, polished for rings, and other people make millions of dollars, and people do not know. And how can they get it unless somebody communicates? So do something in your day. Do something in your day. Do something in your day, and one day it will knock on your door. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to God, the cherisher and the sustainer of the world, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. Thee alone we worship, and thy aid we seek. Guide us on the right path. the path of those who have not incurred thy displeasure, those whose portion is not wrath, and those who do not go astray. Amen, amen, and amen.